Hey guys, welcome to my channel Bibbidi Bobbidi Books. My name is Ellie and today I am filming a reading vlog. So today is Monday, it's the start of a new week and it's actually the second week in November, and to be honest I haven't had the best start to the month. I've been feeling pretty slumpy. I haven't really picked up many books, which is a shame because there's so many books that I really want to get to this month, but I've had quite a lot going on in my personal life and things and I just haven't been in a very good space. So I thought I would start a reading vlog in the hopes that it will inspire me to pick up more books and it will lift me out of my reading slump, and also for a bit of company as well, because my boyfriend is actually away at the moment. He's on placement for the next 6 weeks, so it's just me in the house. So I just thought it'd be really lovely to be able to have a chat with you about what I'm reading. So yeah, so what am I actually reading? So I started a new book today, which is always really exciting. So I picked up No Exit, written by Taylor Adams, and this is a thriller. It's perfect for the winter because it's set during a snowstorm. So our main character Darby is a college student and she is on her way to visit her mother who's in hospital, and when she's on her way she gets caught out in this blizzard and her windscreen wiper stops working and she basically has to pull over at this rest stop because it's not safe for her to drive, and so she's basically snowed in. She's stuck in this rest stop and there's 4 other people who are also stuck with her, and to make matters worse, her phone is out of signal and is running out of battery by the second, and as she's sort of walking around outside trying to get signal on her phone, she realizes that there is actually a child who has been locked in the back of one of the parked vehicles in the rest stop. And so she is like, oh my gosh, what on earth am I gonna do? I can't phone for help because I don't have any signal on my phone, and one of these people that I'm stranded with in this rest stop is responsible for having kidnapped this child. So yeah, that's just a really terrifying situation, and she's basically having to try and figure out which one owns the vehicle that the child is trapped in, and then she's obviously trying to figure out what on earth to do, whether to break the child out of the car, but that would obviously place her in a really vulnerable situation. And you know, this blizzard is going on and we don't know how long it's going to be a problem for, and it's probably going to be many hours until the snow plows come and they are able to drive off again. So it's a really terrifying situation and I am finding this really fun to read. I am 56 pages in and that really hasn't taken me long at all to read, because I just feel like I'm flipping through the pages because it's such a page turner. Anyway, I am going to pop off now and make my dinner. I have actually signed up to HelloFresh because it's just easier for my meals and things. So I'm going to go and make one of my HelloFresh meals and then just settle down for the evening really. I'll probably watch a little bit of booktube and eat my tea and then go and get an early night, to be honest, because I'm working tomorrow so I need to get my sleep. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that you are having a fabulous week or a fabulous day whenever you're watching this, and I guess I'll check in with you in the next clip. Good morning everybody. It is Wednesday today and I'm about to start work, but I wanted to just hop on here quickly and give you a bit of an update because I feel like I haven't spoken to you in a while and I have read quite a lot of my book. So I am now on page 203, so I think I've only got about 70 pages left and I have been really enjoying this book. This has been exactly what I've needed to lift me out of my reading slump. It is so fast paced, such a page turner. I feel like right from the beginning it's been like actiony and exciting, which is exactly what I've been needing. I'm loving the setting, the fact that it's in this abandoned like rest stop and it's snowy outside, which just adds a whole other element to it. And I am enjoying our characters. Our main character, she's quite interesting. She's very kind of gung-ho and throws herself into things, and there are times where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure you should be making that decision, so it is a little bit frustrating at times. And yeah, it's just gotten so exciting. It's really difficult to talk about a thriller because obviously I don't want to give anything away, but all I can really say is that it's such a page turner. There are a few bits where you kind of have to suspend your disbelief a little bit because you think, oh, would that actually work, or that seems a little bit convenient, but I'm okay with that. I don't really mind. I'm just in it to have a good time rather than to like analyze it and see how realistic it is. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I've even been picking this up in my work lunch breaks, which is very unlike me because I only get half an hour lunch, so I normally don't think it's worth sort of picking up a book, but because I'm so, oh, that was my toast popping, because I'm so like invested and just wanting to find out more, I have actually even been reading a little bit in my lunch breaks as well. So yeah, really enjoying this one. Anyway, I better go and get my toast and get signed on because I am working from home today. I'm doing some training, so I've got to be on a video call in about 10 minutes, in 10 minutes, so I better go, but I will check in with you a little bit later on. Hey guys, so I ended up picking this up in my lunch break and now I'm kind of regretting it because I've just read some really gross graphic scenes and now I'm not going to want to eat my lunch. I need to go and reheat some leftovers to eat before I need to go back on my video call, and I'm not sure I can really stomach anything after reading some of the scenes in here, so there's that. So just be warned before you go into this book that there are some graphic scenes. But it's just so good. Oh, it's really ramping up. I just want to know what happens now. I want to get to the end, and oh, it's getting intense. So yeah. Anyway, I am gonna go and reheat my lunch and try and not think about what I've just been reading about. And I guess I'll check in with you a little bit later on when I finish work. Oh, hopefully I will have finished the book by then. Side note, I just realised that I'm wearing the same jumper that I think I was wearing when I started this video on Monday. I do own other clothes, but this is quite a new jumper and it's so cosy and comfortable and warm and I just love it, and I've basically just been living in it ever since I got it. It's so cute. It's got like little mushrooms on and little woodland creatures. It's from a company called Joanie, so I'll link it down below if anybody is interested. Anyway, I am gonna go and make my lunch. I'll speak to you later. Hey everyone, so it is much later now and I have just been sitting in my little reading chair doing a bit of reading after work, and I have now finished No Exit, and let me tell you, the last 20 pages or so of this book were so stressful. Oh my goodness, so much happened. It was a really good ending. It was really entertaining. It definitely kept me on the edge of my seat, kept my heart pounding, kept me flipping through the pages. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This was a great sort of action-y based thriller. I will say there wasn't much mystery to it, so there were a couple of reveals and things along the way. There are a few sort of twists and turns and things, but I think some of them were quite predictable. Like I did guess quite a few of the reveals, but that didn't necessarily take away from my enjoyment because it was much more all about the action for me and about the suspense in this book, because yeah, we did find out who the villain is fairly early on in this book, so it turned into much more of a cat versus mouse sort of hero versus villain type situation rather than a mystery. So yeah, if you prefer something to keep you guessing and something with a bit more to it, then you might not necessarily get on with this one because there wasn't, yeah, as I said, there wasn't really that mystery element or like a psychological element or anything like that. It was definitely a straight up action thriller. But for what it was, I think it did really well. I really enjoyed the setting in here. I really enjoyed that they were sort of snowed into this rest stop and it was quite claustrophobic. I enjoyed that it all took place in one night because it meant that we were sort of counting the hours down, and it just made it more kind of intense a situation, I suppose. I think this was just the right length. I think if it was any longer it might have got a little bit tedious, but it was it's not too long. I think it's just over 200 it's about 270 pages, so I think that's just the right length for this story, really. The pacing was good, the characters were pretty good. The main character isn't particularly likable, and she does make some pretty silly decisions, which was kind of annoying at times, but that did just make for a really thrilling plot, so I don't really mind. It felt very cinematic to me in a way, like I could imagine things really clearly. I feel like this would make a good movie, and I really enjoyed the snowy setting as well, because that just added a whole other element of danger and just made this absolutely perfect for winter, because there's lots of sort of trudging through the snow and things like that, so it's perfect if you're looking for something to pull you out of a reading slump during the winter. I would highly recommend this one, but yeah, perhaps not for you if you really love something a little bit more complex, because it was a relatively straightforward type thriller. Anyway, I am gonna go and have a shower now and put on my pajamas and just have a cozy evening. I need to sort out my dinner as well. I'm not sure if I will pick something else up to read tonight. It depends on my mood. I might just watch TV or something and have a little bit of a break from reading. But if I do decide to pick something up, I will let you know. But yeah, no exit. It was a fun time. Hello, please excuse the wet hair because I've just had a nice hot shower and I prefer to let it air dry because otherwise it goes really frizzy. But it is a Thursday evening and I've come up to get settled for the night. I've made myself a nice hot chocolate. I've actually got this new hot chocolate which is Turkish Delight flavoured from the company Whitted's, and honestly it is so delicious. If you like Turkish Delight, you need to get this hot chocolate because it is so yummy. It literally tastes like one of those chocolate covered Turkish Delights that you can get. Oh, it's so good. So I am going to enjoy this, but I wanted to pop on here quickly just to let you know that I have decided to pick up a new book, and yeah, I was craving a YA, so I've decided to go for Vespertine, which is a fantasy novel written by Margaret Rogerson. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I actually pre-ordered this a while ago and I can't actually remember what it's about. So I obviously read the blurb and everything when I pre-ordered it, but that was such a while ago that I can't actually remember. I believe it's about a sort of nun or a priestess who has some kind of abilities to control the dead, I think, which sounds very intriguing. But yeah, I'm not actually going to read the blurb. I'm just going to dive straight in because sometimes that's fun to just go in without any expectations. But I've got high hopes because Margaret Rogerson wrote A Sorcery of Thorns and An Enchantment of Ravens, so I'm thinking this is going to be quite a fun YA, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to it. So I am going to get settled in and I might do a little face mask as well and have a bit of like a self-care-y evening because that sounds really nice. So yeah, I guess I'll check in with you probably tomorrow with an update on my thoughts on this one. Okay, so I'm literally on page 2 and I'm already so into this. It started off in a cemetery and our main character is trying to find this lost girl who is one of the novices in the nunnery, and she's gone missing and she's looking for her in the cemetery, and there's this raven. So she's got a raven, a white raven called Trouble, who she can like speak to, which is just awesome. love an animal companion. I don't think he can like talk, but he can like understand human commands, and he can say a few words, which is very cool. So yeah, I feel like this was a good choice. I'm really glad that I picked up this book. Hey everyone, it is Friday, it's nearly the weekend, woohoo! And I just wanted to pop on here quickly in my lunch break because I've just got a parcel from Waterstones, which is very exciting, so I thought we could open it together. Let me just pop you down. Okay, so I got a package. I think I know what this is and I'm very excited. Let's see if I can open this. Yeah. Okay, let's have a little look. I can see sprayed edges, which is very exciting. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. So this is Midnight in Everwood, written by M.A. Kisnier. I actually pre-ordered this a while ago actually because I thought it sounded so good. So this is a fantasy standalone and it's a Nutcracker retelling, which is very cool. I love the ballet, the Nutcracker, and I just think this is going to be absolutely perfect for kind of wintry Christmas time. I'm hoping to get to this next month. And yeah, it's about a ballerina around Christmas time, and I think she has to get married to take her place in society in the new year, but she ends up meeting this toy maker and goes on like an adventure of magic and wonder. That's all I need to know. I don't want to go into too much detail, but look how beautiful this edition is. So this is the Waterstones edition, so it's kind of matte, and then it's got the like foiling on the title, and also I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but like there's little branches around the edges that are like foiled, and it's also got stenciled edges which are very cool, so they like branches sort of thing. Amazing. It's got stars on the end pages, looks like a midnight sky, which is very beautiful, and under the dust jacket is just plain blue. But it has got a little bit of detailing on the spine. Ooh. On the spine there we've got like a little snowflake. Very pretty. Yeah, I absolutely can't wait to get to this one. I think it's supposed to be really beautifully written, and I've heard people say that it's been likened to The Night Circus in its style of writing, and I love that book, so I'm so excited to get to this one. Yeah. Book mail. Always so exciting. What a nice Friday treat. Anyway, I'm gonna go and grab my lunch now because it's my lunch break at work, and then I've got to be back on a video call in about 20 minutes, so I need to pop off, but I will check in with you a little bit later on. Hey everyone, so it is Friday evening and I wanted to just quickly jump on here because I've done a little bit more reading today. So I have now read about 56 pages of Vespertine and I am really enjoying this book. It is so fun. So basically in this story we follow our main character, who is a Grey sister. So she is a nun in a convent and her job is basically to cleanse the bodies of people who've passed away to make sure that their souls can move on. Because in this world, if a body isn't properly cleansed after someone's died, then their soul can become corrupted and can rise again, which is really terrifying and also very cool. And literally this first chapter kicks off with our main character going down into this crypt in search of a novice sister who's gone missing, and she's literally like battling these evil spirits and things like straight away. She's got this incense burner that she kind of wields as a weapon to kind of vanquish these evil spirits, and it was such a cool, exciting start to a story, like one of the best opening chapters that I've read in a book for a while. So yeah, that's had me kind of hooked from the beginning, and we've had quite a lot of world building. So there's been some kind of a war that's gone on, and there's all of these different kinds of corrupted spirits. So basically depending on what someone died of determines what spirit could rise again, and some of them are more threatening than others. And yeah, it's just a really cool setting. and our main character, she basically all she wants really is quite a quiet life. She really enjoys her job in the convent. She likes cleansing the bodies of the dead. She finds value in her work, and she kind of struggles to socialize with other people and things, and she never really wants to aspire for much more. She's perfectly content in what she's doing, so she very much tries to kind of hide her abilities and things from the other people around her, because she doesn't want to like progress up the ranks in the nunnery. She just wants to be a grey sister, but that all kind of changes a little bit when our story kicks off, which is basically when the convent is attacked by this army of possessed soldiers, and basically our main character is kind of forced to defend the convent, and she does that by using this saint's relic. She kind of uses its powers to try and defend the convent. So yeah, that's kind of where the story kicks off really. I'm really enjoying this. This is very different to any YA that I've read before. I'm really enjoying the kind of dark vibes of it. I think this is perfect for kind of like autumny winter time, because it's quite like dark. And yeah, I enjoy our main character as well. She's quite different to other characters that I've read before, in that she very much kind of struggles to connect with other people and things, and I think she's going to have a really good character arc, so I'm really excited to see where her journey takes her. And yeah, I'm just having such a blast reading this. It's really quick. I find I'm flipping through the pages, so I think I'm going to read this one quite quickly. Yes, I'm having a great time. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now and jump into bed, and I guess I'll check in with you over the weekend when hopefully I have some more reading updates. I'm hoping that I'll finish this over the weekend, but we shall see. Good morning everybody. I have woken up feeling really Christmassy for some reason. I think because it's quite cold outside, and I don't know, I'm just feeling a little bit festive today. So I've actually decided to treat myself, and I've ordered a Christmas coffee from Costa, which should be arriving soon, and I've been listening to some Christmas tunes this morning and just feeling very festive. So I'm looking forward to having a lovely morning of reading. I'm going to be in bed reading my book and obviously enjoying my Christmas coffee when it arrives. So yeah, I thought I'd just pop on here and give you a bit of an update, because since I last spoke to you I have done a little bit of reading. So I am now on page 97 and I am still enjoying this book. It's just a fun YA, it's very actiony, and I think what I'm enjoying most about this book is the back and forth banter between our main character and a revenant character. They've got great back and forth banter, and it's just a lot of fun, and it feels quite unique to some of the YAs that I've read recently. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I am gonna go and read some more of my book and wait for my Christmas coffee to arrive and just have a lovely festive morning. Hey everyone, so it is Sunday and I wanted to quickly check in with you. So I had such a lovely day yesterday. I had my Christmas coffee in bed, which was so nice, and then I took myself Christmas shopping, and that was really lovely because they had the Christmas lights up, and I treated myself to a little shower bomb from Lush, which was really nice. And then this morning I've just been having a very chilled day. I've done a little bit of reading, so I thought I'd pop on here and give you an update. So I am now on page 212 of Vespertine, which is over the halfway mark, and I'm still really enjoying this story. It feels quite refreshing to me, and I think part of the reason for that is because our main character reads quite different to a lot of the protagonists that I've read in YA fantasy before. She feels quite real to me, so she's got quite a lot of phobias and things that affect her life. She's got fears. She's been very much affected by some of the trauma that she's gone through in her past, and she also struggles to kind of socialize with people and to connect with other people, and I feel like I haven't read a character like that for a while in a book, especially in YA, so I really enjoy her character. I think it's quite refreshing, and I also find it quite refreshing that this doesn't have a heavy focus on romance. In fact, there hasn't been any romance in it so far, and I have done a little research and I don't think there is any romance in this book, so I wanted to point that out because I feel like quite a lot of people might go into this story thinking it's going to be a paranormal romance, and that's not what you're going to get in here. But what you are going to get is a really fun story. I love the vibe of this book and the whole setting. I like the focus on the undead and the corrupted spirits, and the fact that we've got nuns who are warriors is very, very cool. I enjoy the focus on religion in here, and I really like the relationship that's formed between our main character Artemisia and this revenant. So I don't know if I explained this very clearly before, but basically our main character is forced to use this holy relic to defend her convent, and this holy relic actually houses a really powerful revenant sort of evil spirit type thing, and our main character basically has to come to an agreement with this revenant whereby she allows the revenant to kind of possess her body and to use her body as a kind of vessel, so long as she is able to use the revenant's power for her own reasons, so basically to help with this war against the undead. And I just really enjoy their kind of back and forth banter. So the revenant can kind of talk to her in her mind, and they have a lot of back and forth, and I just love the fact that they're not necessarily on the same wavelength, so they don't necessarily have the same goals, they're not necessarily on the same side, but they're having to come together because of the situation that they're in, and that just leads for a really entertaining sort of dynamic between the characters. And yes, basically our main character has to go into hiding because it's actually blasphemy to work in collaboration with a revenant. That's very much against the religion in this world. So she kind of goes into hiding, and she kind of takes things into her own hands and kind of goes off on her own path of doing what she thinks is right, and ends up uncovering secrets about what she's been told before and about why there is so much unrest in this world. And yeah, it's a fun story. The only thing I will say is that this book really started with a bang for me. I really enjoyed the opening scenes and the sort of world building, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna love this. And then kind of towards the middle I started to lose a little bit of interest, and I think that might be because this book is quite sort of action heavy, and I typically don't love action-based stories. I'm much more character driven, so it might be that, I'm not really sure, but I am still enjoying it. And as I said before, I feel like it's quite a sort of breath of fresh air in the YA genre, so if you're a fan of YA and you think this sounds interesting, I would definitely recommend picking it up. And yeah, I am actually going to end the video here now, just because I want to go and edit this and get it uploaded for tomorrow. So if you want to hear kind of my final thoughts on this, I will either be filming a wrap up at some point, or I might film another reading vlog, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you've been reading. Thank you so much for keeping me company this week. It's been really lovely to have you to talk to, and I'm really pleased to be out of my reading slump, because although I've only read sort of 1.5 books, that's a lot more than I read last week, so I feel like that's a win. So yeah, I guess that's it from me. I'd love to chat with you down below, so please do leave me a comment. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!